Top ladies, my name is Haz, and welcome to the What If Zuko Stayed Quirkless and became a godly. So basically, that's G. So yeah. So where we left off, the Zuko was talking to her, or like after she left, like then a flaming version of himself means like Green Endeavor, or Zuko Endeavor version, or no, Zuko version of Endeavor. Hummer. And him talked, and like Zuko or Endeavor tells, or no, I don't know how to say it, but the Green Hing, that's what I'll just call him, because, or Green tells him that he needs to stop dating, or like, not Nate, anyone? Yeah, then loudspeaker or speaker. That's the, like, when I'm looking at her, imagine her having green hair just like how Zuko's is. They both like, or everybody's. So yeah. And Zuko, or actually, yeah, Zuko went out, had a walk around. Yeah. And he saw Overhaul on his monster form. He was battling against the pro heroes to be, and he was about to step on Zumi, his sister, as out of nowhere, Zuko was mad as he hits Overhaul with enough force from, because he lunged at himself as he tells Overhaul, or tells Zuko or Zumi, that the better for you to be regroup with your little group and let us do it. As she doesn't even know what us means in his language. As, or she actually thought it was just gonna be him and to take out. But no, the portal opens up and or they see, or all the pro heroes, like at the time, saw how many alternate versions of Zuko's are. There was ones that looked like themselves, like Zuko Ochako, or no, Ochako Zuko, or Frebet Zuko. Every single one. As they battled against Overhaul. As he says, "You try to mess with my sister." sister. I don't like when someone tries to mess with my sister. As he sends Overhaul flying. As, yeah, Hakuzuku, should I say, flew up and strikes him down. As things, guys, as Zuko tells them, or tells the alternate versions of himself things, no mention it. And as they clap their hands together, or clap, or high fives each other's. Yeah. As he tells his sister that he's not in the right mind. And so it's good for, as he gets cut off by his sisters, runs up to him and straight up hugs him as she's like tearing up, as she's happy that her brother is with her. And yeah, and he's as Uzumi tells him that her parents wanted him back in the family. As they said that her brother, or they didn't realize that her brother didn't need a quirk hit, as they made a grave mistake. And well, I would happy to, but they probably get annoyed by how many times I'm talking to myself. That's the only thing that's okay. And plus, I probably would make him madder than. As his sister says, "Don't leave, big brother. I know that they don't, or you who don't know, even know." Sorry, I had to check something real quick. So yeah, Zuko ends up becoming the big brother, as that thing that I said, as he tells her that them getting annoyed by my talking to myself. Well, if I didn't have that like negativity in my head, I would have just been in the okay. So see you guys, or as Zuko leaves, or he says hi as he leaps away, as his sister knows that he's not in the right mind, as he ends up thinking, as something tells him, as the court doctor asks him back as he goes to the court doctor. And he says, "How's your meditation thing going?" "Well, getting all that negativity out of my body is takes a while, but one of them told me that you're about to put one for all, or not one for all for one's quirk inside Shiraki-san's body, right?" "Yes, that's all for one's plan." "Well, but we are considering putting it inside your body." As they as his eyes were, and yeah, and every single day, or almost every single day, but sometimes she hangs out with him and visit with his alternate selves. There's even one that looks like an Endeavor. And yeah, Zuko calls him Green. That's his. As he tells her that he has the same personalities as Endeavor, but the and I fuse together. So basically, when he says that, or after you left, he told me that "why are you dating my daughter" thing. As she is, yeah, and she's like, "Wow, he's sure is full of hops, isn't he?" "Yeah, but he's a firecracker, isn't he?" There's one thing. If she was a therapist, she would have said, okay. But she's not. And she decides to tell him how she feels about him. That she would rather get dating him and get married to him. Yeah. As he accepts who she is. As he tells her what he is. The man born with the quirk that allows him to come back, or sheds his skin, kind. Not like a snake, but more like reincarnations. And as he had such a serious face and born with a infinity and zero. And when she heard infinity and zero as his powers, she was like, "Whoa. You're basically unholy powers." Yeah. As she says that That's actually pretty flippin' cool. Oh, Zuku. And the minus the quirk, you could have been like way past the entire universe, multiverse, everything. Only thing that's holding you back is that quirk. That's the only thing that is holding you back. As he looks at her like, really? And if I ever, or if I lose my quirk, or, or if I ever got rid of my quirk, I would probably gave it to you, or to the, if we got married and had a kid, I would give my quirk to them. But that's part of my humanity. Because everyone else has the negative emotions because of my zero. Is absorbing the negative parts of people's homes. As he looks at his hand when he said that. You ever been consumed by hatred by everyone? I'm just asking. And she says no. How does it feel? Oh, it's like a sea of despair. There was no hope for people that swim in it. That's why if I was born quirkless and powerless, I would be okay with that. But seeing that I was born with a quirk and the infinity and zero, things aren't turning into my favor. My little sister has everything, but me, I have nothing. As she walks up to him, shakes his arms, saying, "Don't tell yourself that. You have everything too. Look, I know that Todoroki has or will become a pro hero, and I believe in him. I would rather not throw my own life away, but you, Zuko, could have been reality to your will, because how powerful you are. You could have just do everything in your power. And you're giving me credit about like how yeah. And yeah. So basically she is a positive one. She gave a positive thoughts to Zuko. And after she left again, or a couple times, Endeavor tells her that where's Zuko? I know that you usually talk to him. Oh, he's in that cave over there. But he's quite busy with dealing with his powers, his quirks by himself. What do you mean? Well, as she says that he's talking to his self, or you think he's talking to himself. And it's not a good idea for you and Endeavor to go in. Why? Well, you have negative. You need to have positive to end up in. Because that's what I've been doing. Talking good things about him. I'm not trying to be rude to him. Like what all of you are doing to him. As Endeavor couldn't believe that his daughter is speaking the truth. As when he says, I'm going in, okay? As before you go in, make sure you like talk positive things, not like negative. And don't let his power suck the negative out of you. As Todoroki tells Endeavor, how about me? I'll talk to him. No, I'll do it. Because as Endeavor walks in and as Zuko was meditating still, as he could sense Endeavor. As he says, I know you're there, Endeavor. Are you trying to do your things? Well, as Endeavor says, well, my daughter told me that you were in here, so yeah, and she's not afraid, but yeah, as he actually, instead of like guarding him, like, you should get out of this cave and go somewhere else, but instead, and he had 2 sodas. As Endeavor sits right next to him and tells him that man with a or born with a quirk and two powers that are stronger than a normal human. Hmm. I heard that when when I read the file on you, Zuko, and based off of a tone of my sister, your Zero is absorbing the darkness. Well, yeah, that's true. As he tells her, or tells him, sorry, tells him that Zuko, or you know how it feels to like be in pool of darkness. I'm asking. As Endeavor says the same thing. No, but go ahead. Well, it feels like the sea of despair. It it's like it couldn't, or you couldn't swim in it. Every, every time you move around, it's like quicksand. Slowly eh, grabbing you and puts you in the, yeah. As the Endeavor couldn't believe it. As the Endeavor could sense it was the truth. As he says, well, we both agree. We both lost, or or actually, Zuko brought up the question of her for your loss about two people. Dobby is one, and the other is about two. Or it's about about that pro hero that, as Endeavor knew who he's talking about, his father, or Endeavor's father, as he Endeavor, her, this what if is more reasonable man, instead of like, oh, I'm gonna become a number one hero that his entire city needs, kind of, because All Might is like no more. Yeah. So yeah. So then Endeavor heard a voices all the way around. As they looked around, like Endeavor looks around, is when he turns back around, he sees a alternate version of himself. He immediately flipped backwards as he looks at Zuko was sitting still, as he tells them to calm down. As they asked him, or Endeavor says, "What are these or what are these?" As the Endeavor version of Zuko says, what is he doing here? As Zuko tells them, or answers both of their questions, that different times. Let me introduce. Everyone meet Endeavor. Or should I say, all Zukus meet Endeavor. Never meet all the alternate versions of myself. As Endeavor sees the entire army, like the entire world's as he was sitting very calmly, as they're like, so all these, as Endeavor had that face, as he says, all these alternate versions of you, Zuko? As Zuko version of Endeavor says, yeah, we're all part of him. We come from different alternate timelines. As, yeah, Zuko ends up as Zuko closes his hands as all the alternate versions were gone, as he says, when I'm talking to myself, I'm actually talking to those. I can also use their powers and quirks. As Jiro, or no, Zuko version of Jiro, the one with the earphone things, yeah. As his ears start to do the same thing. As Endeavor couldn't believe it. This kid's, and he walks over and he's, so why did you chose to not become a hero with all these amazing powers and abilities? As Zuko tells him that the Quark doctor lied about one thing, about me not having the quirk, and I couldn't become a hero, and my sister will become a pro hero, and she ends up having everything her way. And yeah, so basically, yeah, Zuko was told him a whole truth. As an Endeavor couldn't believe it, that the Quark Doctor and All Might, the Quark Doctor tells him that, and then he got told by Bakugo that that Zuko's useless, and maybe in the next life he will have a quirk, and All Might will probably say that I couldn't become a hero, just like how the Quark Doctor is. As Endeavor's eyes widen. And then with like how hers is, as he couldn't believe that this kid couldn't become a hero because they thought he was quirkless, useless, and all that stuff. But with this much power and yeah, and Zuko tells him that it's all true. I couldn't become a hero. Everyone keeps telling me that I couldn't become a hero. I can't become a hero. They all would tell me that, or gives me that nickname of deku, means useless. As Endeavor looked at him, or like walked up to him, looked at him, instead of punching him, he like put a hand on his shoulder and took one knee and told him that you could become a hero. You need to go to UA. That's okay. Because with all that power that you have in your body, and you're training yourself to become having more control of your power, is quite amazing. Okay? So, as Endeavor contacts Nezu, and Nezu answers, and he got heard that Zuko will go to UA. As he does that quirk test, like what deep all these students did, but he showed more power, or as he, yeah, as everyone saw how powerful he really gets when he is man. And before Zuko, or before Endeavor leaves, he told Zuko that I don't mind you dating my daughter and getting married. Okay? So that you, of course, he tells him that that's okay to date her. And I don't know how old she is. I looked it up, and she's like 23, or no, 22, and then continuing. Yeah. So, yeah. So, she ends up dating him. And through that dating thing, she decides to get a little bit more, like, boosted up slowly. Like, slowly builds up. And, yeah. Zuko uses his full power to conjure up multiple. Yeah, Class 1A was watching as Jiro sees, or actually all of them sees themselves as Zuko's. Miss Jokes was there, and when she saw herself as Zuko, man, she literally almost, like, died from, like, embarrassment. But she looks at or Eraserhead and as her and Eraserhead tells, or of course when she saw the or her or no, not her, saw Eraserhead's alternate self, like if Zuko was or no was Eraserhead's, yeah, that she starts laughing. Everyone is laughing their heads off. Mina saw herself as she's like embarrassed. She saw green skin instead of pink. And green hair. But really got the Eraserheads' attention was the big Nomu looking guy. As Zuko, or both Zukus look at each other, it's like, ready to do this? This is a 0-pointer. You could always beat it up for some. As the monster says, yeah. But it's just so fun to do it with you. Calm Zuko. And that's what as they both like do it. And when Zumi saw a female version of her brother, she almost died from laughter. Because it looks like herself, but on a whole nother level. And, yeah. He went all the way to Class A. And he wrote everything. He did all that by himself under 2 minutes. He caught up with Class 1A. And yeah. Because how fast he could go. As sometimes he's like, but when he hangs around with Doomsday Zuko, of course, when he went back to the cave thing, of course, she was there way after him. As he chills out with all the other alternates. Just like hanging out. Not like really doing too much. And yeah. She asks, or she tells him that she wants him to be her boyfriend. Or no, to be her husband. So, yeah. So he got past all of that extra stuff. And, yeah. So, Inko, through all this, couldn't believe that Zuko, or what Inko, or no, Zumi told her and Asashi, and when she watched all the, like, she sees all the alternate versions of himself, is like, man, yeah. So, yeah. Zuko ended up dating, or got married to, Todoroki's sister. Yeah, that girl. And he treats her nice. Things because she understands that he doesn't want to, and everyone calls him Calm Zuko. Like calm, like in the most relaxed Zuko one. Yeah. As everyone from the school is asking him so many questions, like, how does it, or how does your or how did you were born with all these powers and all that stuff? As he sings to himself, oh, no, the lullaby song to keep him calm from, yeah. As she recognizes that song from everyone, and usually has to, or they sing terrible at it, but what, yeah, to make people so scared of him. But his soothing music, everyone is like so relaxed. Most of them even went to sleep. As Jiro walks up, and usually, or she asked him, that was a lullaby song. How did you recognize the tunes of it? Usually I sing to myself a lot. When I sing to myself, it's if I'm under a lot of stress, I have to sing to myself, or else the day will come out. As a, but then she stops herself before, and she knew what he says. They come out. As she says, "Oh, yeah, let's not have them come out and ruin a day, okay?" Yeah. Plus, as Miss Jokes and her class heard that Zuko was the most powerfulest person, they all wanted to come and see what is up. So, her class, or all the students from all over the, like, world, wanted to see if the rumors were true. And he says, huh. Even Killer Orca was ready, as he says to himself, okay, ready, set, go. As they saw how powerful he really gets by himself, but with his entire army of alternate Zukus. As he flies down before, he tells Doomsday Zuko that do not kill my friends, okay? Or anyone in this alternate timeline. Do you want to see my mother, right? As he knew what he's saying. Yeah. So basically, they been there, done that. And he became a pro hero. Pro hero in everything. And he is even a husband to her. Yeah. All in a single, or no, couple years. Yeah. He has now everything. As he tells his sister that the no need to. Only one thing that we didn't have is each other's. Brother and sister. As yeah. As she's happy that her own brother is not like trying to surpass her on all that stuff. But my goodness, she's happy that her brother is still with her. And you know what she's married to? Todoroki's. Yeah. So, yeah. I know it's weird. Probably you're gonna say, "Ew, that's gross." The someone's family, he gets married to someone's like other family. Like, yeah, they're both like, yeah. Todoroki's sister is so happy that she has a husband. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I was gonna choose Toga or where's that creepy girl? Her. Or have Momo with him. Or I could have just have him by himself. Or have a Doomsday Zuko and himself get married to each other. That would have been like endless possibility. But I don't want that. I chose Todoroki's sister because one, it's just too gosh dang cute to pass up that opportunity, and two, the like other options like Doomsday Zuko gets married to his calm like self is like, it would be like, ew, gross thing. So yeah, it would be like if you got married to yourself or from the alternate timeline. Yeah. So yeah. And plus, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and do all that fun things. So bye.